Here are 5 terrifying monsters and cryptids. Number 1. A wolf of absolutely gigantic proportions attacks this fishing guide's poor dog. I can guarantee once you see the size of this wolf, you will either be both amazed or horrified. Here's the shocking footage. This video is shot in northern Saskatchewan, Canada, and was uploaded originally by a man named Chris Street in the same area of northern Saskatchewan. Now, I don't think I have to say a whole lot here to try and convince you, because clearly, that is a gigantic wolf. I mean, that thing is literally 2 or 3 times the size of what we would all consider to be a normal, large-sized dog. That thing is big. Here is a clearer photo of the same wolf that Chris was able to capture later on in the day when the wolf returned for his dog. There's a great many things that could be said about this footage, but one of the bigger takeaways is that it's scary this thing even exists. Now, I'm sure the burning question for most people watching this video right now is that poor dog okay? I'm happy to inform you that yes, the dog, whose name is Trigger, is perfectly happy, okay, and alive. That's good. At the end of the video, we hear Chris's dog Trigger yelp out in pain. Chris Street describes this event for us because he had to put the camera down to help his dog. What he saw and describes is that this gigantic wolf sunk its teeth into the back end of Trigger and literally whipped its head and threw Trigger into the air. At this point, Chris and lodge manager Dan take their shotgun and shoot the bullet into the air to try and scare this wolf away, which they succeed, and they keep firing a few blasts into the air to keep the wolf running away. So is this just an illusion, camera angles, or a trick of the light? Or, as some people are theorizing, is the dire wolf not as extinct as we once all thought? Number 2. If you're into the paranormal, or aliens, or just the unknown in general, this video might interest you. What we're looking at in this footage, these guys are known as the Fresno Nightcrawlers. We don't know very much about the Fresno Nightcrawlers other than the footage that we have. But from what we can see in the footage, they walk slowly, they have no arms, and no torso, oddly enough. The most defining traits being their tall legs and ghostly white appearance. This footage was taken in Yosemite National Park, and allegedly, Native American folklore has beings very similar to what we see in the footage, as we can see with these wooden statues. The other footage was filmed in Fresno, California, which is where the Fresno Nightcrawlers get their namesake from. We can see this one actually running instead of walking. Other people believe they're aliens. Number 3. The sound we just heard is allegedly coming from a mermaid. Let's take a look at the evidence to see why this might be the case. If what I'm about to further show you is true, this is probably the craziest story I've ever told on this channel. I know I said that with the last one, but I really mean it this time. This is crazy. Just listen, okay? Just give it a listen. This is about mermaids, okay? I know. Just give it a chance. Give it a chance. This video comes from a TikTok channel called Sauce90, and as you could hear, there was something screeching in the background, something that he claims to be, and also other people are claiming to be, a mermaid or a siren.
Can you hear me? Yo, that shit was instantaneous, bro. Oh, I gotta watch my step out here, man.
Our boy Sauce90 is from New Bedford, Massachusetts, and he works on a fishing vessel that gives him the opportunity to hear the wondrous and beautiful sounds that the ocean can provide. One mysterious sound in particular that shot him into TikTok fame.
Where are you? Oh, that's over here. Wait, no, now it's there.
One of the more haunting siren-like behaviors that people in the comments like to point out is when this mermaid allegedly screamed, "Jump for me." Here's the clip.
That's crazy. This is crazy. I heard it. I heard it. I hear it. Oh my God.
The arguments against Sauce90's videos are of the opinion that what we are hearing in his videos are orcas, which at first glance seems like a very valid argument, but when you go and listen to orcas in other videos, orcas seem to have a clicking sound accompanying the siren-like voices that they emit from the ocean. And what we're hearing in Sauce90's videos, those clicks seem to be absent. And otherwise, it just seems like a very different kind of screech or siren, if you ask me. In this clip, Sauce90 has what appears to be intelligent thuds and bangs on the outside of his bunk wall.
What the?
In the next part of the clip, he goes outside to check out what's going on.
Yo, what is that? I got another one over here. Yo fam, I'm trying to help you. You gotta come over here.
Sauce90 is just like any other TikToker saving seagulls, making dance videos. He doesn't appear to have a money incentive when it comes to these videos. He made his TikTok with the original intention of just showing everyday life for him. I know I'm glossing over it kinda, but this is apparently a real mermaid sighting he caught in the water, so here you go. So, what do you all think about that story? It's a pretty compelling and interesting one, to say the least. Number 4. Footage of a horrifying slender monster or an unknown entity was found in this cave system. Stay behind me. This footage comes from the YouTube channel The Highway 9. It's going to be a little hard to notice at first glance, but there will be enhanced and brightened footage coming up shortly. What the fuck is that? Oh shit. Go. Come on, this thing. Now, at first glance, that could just be the back of the cave wall blending in, but you might think a little bit differently after you see this enhanced and brightened footage. The thought of running into something like this in a dark cave system puts indescribable dread in my body. Yet the bigger question remains, who is that? Or better yet, what is that? Number 5. The following clip is potentially the best sighting of a skinwalker. Let's take a peek.
While we're watching them.
All right.
How do you track them?
There's 2 more black dots. Cody. Oh, what the crap? Is that a guy? What the frick?
What the
What was that?
This clip comes from a YouTube channel called TJ Worthen, and TJ appeared to just be hanging out with his friends looking at wildlife. They might be hunters of some kinds, but you saw what they saw, and to say the least, very strange. We can see this thing walking side by side with other animals. So is this a skinwalker caught mid-transformation? Or is this a man with an impossibly long arm walking in the woods? So I have no idea what that could possibly be, and if you have any suggestions at all, please put it in the comment sections down below. I would very much like to know, or even have an inkling of what that could possibly be. Because it moves like an animal, but also not really. Kind of moves like a human too. I don't know. Maybe it's a skinwalker. I don't know. I'm not a professional when it comes to this, but it looks strange. There's a lot of people screaming tonight. That was like the third one. Anyway. And a bonus, number 6. This footage contains an alleged sighting of Bigfoot. Not just Bigfoot, but an entire family. Once it zooms in, you will see them moving from right to left, going behind some trees. Here they are. Now, a very redeeming piece of information about this footage is the fact that it is government-sanctioned footage of Yellowstone National Park right near Old Faithful Geyser. Compared to the surrounding trees, these beings, or Bigfoot, seem to be incredibly tall. Much taller than us. Analyzing the height of the trees in the area, measurements were taken to distinguish how tall these things were. The measurements indicate that these things were at least 7 to 8 feet tall, if not taller, not to mention the fact that these beings walked a very extensive distance in such a short period of time. With this enhanced, brightened footage, I can hopefully point out to you what many other people seem to think, including myself, is that these humanoid beings seem to have arms and legs that are roughly the same length. This is not a trait associated with humanity. Humans typically always have arms that are shorter than their legs. Now, I'm sure the burning question in everybody's minds is probably, are these things Bigfoots? Big feet? Bigfoots? I'm gonna go big feet. We just don't know. There's a lot of questions that need to be answered that probably won't be answered. Like, are these just people walking in the woods? I don't know. I find that very unlikely given the time of year that's in the footage. It's very cold. There's a lot of very hot geysers shooting up boiling water into the air. Not to mention, I don't even think people are allowed to be there during that time of year. I just don't know. As usual, it is up to you, the viewer. You are the judges. You make the decision for yourselves. I appreciate you watching this video, and I hope you have a really nice night. With that said, I do have to ask the very annoying request that most creators ask, and that is to, would you please, pretty please, consider clicking that like and subscribe button for me. That would go a very long way in helping me out. I know it's annoying. A lot of creators ask it, and it's because it really does help us out in the long run, even though it doesn't seem like it would very much, but it does help us out. So if you could, pretty please click on that. Anyway, regardless, I'm glad you watched to the end here, and I hope you see my next video very soon. Y'all have a good one.